Well, good morning, church. My name is Emmanuel, and this is my incredible wife, Effie. And it is our awesome privilege to host this week's Good News segment. But before we start the good news, just want to make a little announcement. Next week, we will be back at the Hoyt Cinema for our combined Sunday worship service. And the theme for this combined service is 70s. So everyone will be dressed up, afros will be out, the 70s music will be out. So what an exciting time. But getting on with our good news segment, we'll begin first in London's. And greetings from London. God blessed the church with two more amazing baptisms. One of them was Susie Bryan, nicknamed Mama Sue. Originally, she came to church 4 years ago to block her son's baptisms. Of course, God redirected her thinking as she was baptized and made Jesus Lord. As an older woman battling cancer and several other health challenges, she's so inspired to share her faith. A few weeks ago, she shared her faith with her Uber driver, who God now redirected his thinking and his journey, and also he too was baptized last week Sunday. Next, guys, we take it to Boston, and good news from Boston. God gave them 3 more baptisms, making it 4 in the last few days. Wow. One of them was a Boston student on the soccer team who was a Muslim but wanted to become a Christian, and his name is Peter. One of them also was a guy called Ison, who was met by one of the Barclays students who shared his faith with him as he was his Uber driver. And another is a teen in high school named Ashnul, was added to the powerful teen ministry, making it 15 teens that have been baptized this year in the Boston church. What an incredible news.
Next, we bring you good news from our incredible church in Manila, where Ricky writes that they were so proud of how hard the Manila church is working to break down barriers. They broke their second barrier by having the most additions the church has seen in 1 week. Last week, Sunday, God graciously gave them 11 baptisms and 2 restorations. The Lord restored Joe Martinez, a 21-year retired veteran of the U.S. military, who originally was asked to go on the Manila mission team in 1989 but declined. He had fallen away for 20 years. He moved to Manila and began to date a Filipina, Micah, for 4 years. They both started a non-profit feeding the poor out of their own pocket. Their social media platform has around 25,000 followers, and because of this, they are extremely influential with their relationships, including mayors, business owners, and government officials. His 31-year-old son unfortunately died in Tucson due to COVID, and this really woke him up. He tuned into our service and messaged the church Facebook page. The last week from the frontline efforts of the Mal Negros, Joe was restored, Micah was baptized, and they were both married. Now they want to give everything to God, have a huge heart for mercy, and now believe their true desire of changing the Philippines is by converting people. Our last barrier, they write, is to have the most baptisms in a month, which would be 30, which I think is incredible. So far, they have had 18 additions for the month. Please, guys, be praying for them to blow out 11 additions in the next 2 Sundays, as they definitely believe that God can and will do it. Next, I bring you great news from Chicago. Greetings from the city of Chicago. This week, the Lord blessed them with 4 baptisms and 1 restoration. They have had 7 baptisms in 7 days. 5 baptisms predicted for the upcoming week.
Wow, that's incredible, isn't it?
It is.
Next, guys, we'll take you to Africa, an Andrew Smalley report. We'll bring you reports from Andrew Smalley. He reports that the church celebrated his wife, Patrick's, birthday, 44th birthday, as well as the church first year anniversary service. The Lord graciously blessed our worship service with 454 viewers in attendance on YouTube and on Facebook. And now new Bible studies continues to be set up. Next, to take it to Joburg, and the Joburg church as well rejoiced as they witnessed the spiritual restoration of a veteran disciple of 24 years from the Nairobi ICOC, as well as the baptism of Rafwan, a medical student who traveled 7 hours from her home province of Free State to be baptized in Joburg. Wow. Next, guys, we'll take it to Lima. And greetings from Lima, Peru. God blessed their last week with a baptism of Maria. And it was an incredible baptism, for she's a mother of Heisei that was baptized, who was a disciple that was baptized in the past July. Now they're both praying for Joanna, which is Heisei's sister, who is studying the Bible, and prayerfully she could be also baptized soon.
That is incredible. Next, I bring you great news from Jason Dimitri, who reports that God added 6 additions to the San Francisco Bay this week. And excitingly, also, Amy was baptized into Christ on Saturday in the campus ministry in Honolulu. Amy is the ex-girlfriend of Malu Lasifa, one of Cal Berkeley's football players who was baptized last week in their Berkeley region. Next, I bring you worldwide news from Nick and Denise, the leaders of Mercy Worldwide. The Central Oregon has been hit hard by the raging forest fires. The air quality is at high hazardous levels, and they say that it's the equivalent of smoking 18 cigarettes a day. Wow. People have lost their homes and many are being evacuated. The leaders of the Eugene Origin Church, Rich and Hannah Harding, spearheaded efforts to meet the needs during this period. Many brave disciples have courageously stepped out of their safety of their homes to help families and those in their greatest time of need.
Wow, such great efforts they're doing there, isn't it?
It is.
Next, guys, we'll take it to Bogota, ICC. And greetings from Bogota, Colombia. Herod, a cinema student at Colombia's best university, was asked to study the Bible by a disciple who is also in his class. Herod agreed to study the Bible, but by the pandemic, he was in his town that is 20 hours away. Wow. He began to study the Bible virtually, and after he did the cross study, he decided to give himself totally to God and was radical and repentant. After apologizing to his entire family, he made the decision to fly to Bogota to be baptized as a disciple and help to advance powerfully the kingdom of God. Next, guys, we'll take you to Santiago. And this is the last good news that we have for today. And in Santiago, they had a baptism of Ray. Also, in 2 weeks, God has added 5 souls to the church. Currently, they have 78 Bible studies advancing, and 12 of them as predictions for 1 or 2 weeks, in 1 or 2 weeks' time to be baptized. The Santiago Church are praying and fasting 3 times a week to have a September to remember.
Come on.
And guys, with that is all of the good news we have for today. For more of what God is doing across his entire movement, go to sydneyicc.org to see the complete versions of the good news. Or go to our YouTube page where you can also find the Good News Network, which is a video showing the entire good news of what has been happening in God's kingdom. But we love you guys a lot. Take care. Bye.
See ya.